Gotta check in with the vibe, dude. What's that vibe like?
Yo, what's the vibe like?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm I would say
I'm really good.
I think a week ago, I think I started really losing it. There's a 48-hour window.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I don't know if I can pinpoint it a day, but yeah, about a week ago. Or when it like really sunk in, you're like, oh, wow, we're going to be in here for a while.
Every day the news keeps getting like, "Ooh, this is not going away."
Right.
The
Not at all.
just today was the most deaths in New York City, I think, or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, the numbers just keep going up every day.
Ooh. But yeah, what have you been up to? How's AZ treating you?
Good, man. That's one great thing. I think I've said it every time we've been on here. It's just the weather has been really nice. So that's at least nice. We got this great backyard. So just come out here and hang. It's been nice.
It is raining all week here, so you guys might be getting some rain soon. I think that's how it works usually.
It's normally coming this way. Yeah.
It's been really shitty, and that adds to the level of crazy that your brain goes.
It's
Where you
normally
now I can't take a
amazing out
walk.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
So
you're really stuck inside.
and but yeah, it's been good. But and then the roommates got a roommate, so
Got
now
a
you're
roommate?
like on edge. Oh, you're gonna breathe over there. So
Yes,
you're breathing.
exactly. It's been pretty good. We kind of give each other. He's still working from home,
Yeah.
so like during the day we'll either he's outside or inside, or we just kind of whatever leave each other alone during the day, and then by I feel like a housewife, by night he doesn't cook, never cooks. So I'm like, so what are we doing for dinner? What are you thinking, bud? What should we get going? And it's and then we'll watch we were watching Ozark last night. We watched this it was actually you would like it, I think. It's called Once We Were Brothers by Robbie about the band. We did a deep dive
Oh
on
yeah.
the last waltz, and this is it really the story of how it all came to be, and it was really good.
Whereas the Last Waltz is like the end
It's
of it.
just the last of it, yeah. But talks about the build up. These boys were boozy boys. Quick story I can tell you real quick. One time the Richard Manuel took Robbie Robertson's car with his wife in it, and they're drunk out in Woodstock, New York, wasted, driving the car, crash it into a ditch, calls, they hear somehow Levon hears that the accident happened. He's wasted, gets in the car, races to the scene, crashes into a cop car.
In Woodstock, New York.
In Woodstock, New York.
That's great.
These guys were having fun.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about it. I didn't did you watch that Woodstock documentary?
Yeah, I think it's on Showtime or something like that.
Yeah.
Or is it 3
I don't know
days?
but whatever it was, but I didn't realize that Woodstock was a town that people retreated to write songs. I just for some reason thought Woodstock was just a random place that people chose to do a show. It was like an ideal place, but it was actually a community where artists were living, right?
Yeah. Bobby D was up there, and the band followed him up there.
And then there was a couple people though that had property up there, right?
Yeah, a lot of the like artists and a bunch of people. Just it was a good place to upstate New York get away, I guess, and drive your car drunk into a ditch.
Yeah, I think that's fun anywhere.
Yes, that's true.
In the '60s, for sure. Duh, I'm watching Mad Men right now, and
God.
it's like, you're just drunk driving. Literally every scene is, and I've watched it before. I watched it when it was on TV. I will say, sometimes I think you and I both agree. A rewatch is, I mean, if something's good, something is just good.
And you catch something you see it a completely different way the second time.
It's one of the more enjoyable. I've done a couple of rewatches of shows. This is fantastic.
Oh, we know.
And but the '60s, yeah, just the ease of which you could just drive into a ditch and not that big of a thing.
And kind of get away with it. Yeah, that's the thing. The cops are like, "Hey, shake it off. Quit driving drunk around here." Yeah, I'll drive you home. Billy?
Insane. And those cars were almost indestructible. They were like tanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huge tanks.
These things are made out of plastic now.
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, every time he doesn't just have like a can of beer in the car when he's driving. Don Draper has a nice rocks glass filled with whiskey. It's nuts. A couple of times you're just like, this dude is doing it. And also, how are you not eating, but not sleeping more. He does
You'd
sleep a
think
lot.
he'd just pass out. Yeah, he does. He passes out on top of women a lot. He's
Also, I was thinking about how often in the show he has sex, and he's just always able to perform. He's not drinking anything but Canadian Club, dude.
He's never felt that pain of just like, oh no, this isn't gonna work.
CC rocks, yeah, it's never
This
an issue.
this is not gonna happen
He
tonight.
just did round 2 the other episode. I was like, what round?
Well,
2?
that's why it's TV. Yeah, there'd be a few nights where Dom would be like, listen, I just had too much. I don't know what to say. It's not you.
Yeah, it's definitely not you.
It's that 8 old fashions I had.
It's crazy. Also, if anybody's wondering what you can hear, John, we're recording this at dusk.
Dusk.
Sounds like
Uncle Dusk.
you're in Sleepy Hollow right now.
Yeah, I'm in my backyard. I'm sorry, we're just in the environment. I
didn't
apologize.
Know, you know what's funny is you don't ever see an owl in Arizona, but they're out there.
I don't think it's an owl.
What's that noise?
I don't hear anything right now, but there's some maybe it is an owl. I just heard a hoo.
Oh, I am almost positive it's an owl.
I don't know. I don't see it. That's for sure. The thing is, I tried to. So the neighbors next door, all these grackles, these blackbirds gather on the other side of the wall. So I went over there and clapped a little bit ago, and I thought they were going to attack me, but they ended up flying away. I for a second there, I was like, this is a big mistake. I'm about to get attacked by like 16 birds because they all came up to the wall and they're looking at me. I'm like, oh, this is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then they flew away.
You ever watch Birds, Hitchcock?
The Birds? No. I love the band. The Birds, the band. That's a really good band.
You never saw The Birds?
Maybe. I don't think I ever saw it like in its entirety. I know the premise though.
Terrifying.
Yeah. No, I was scared.
It's not cool. I'll tell you. Have you ever done a Hitchcock movie dive?
Yeah, long time ago for sure. Vertigo and Psycho. Psycho's really good.
I'll tell you one I watched. I don't know why I watched it. I think Dad had to tell me. You know how Dad would always say to watch things and you just brush some of it off?
Yeah, okay, yeah. The Manchurian Candidate. Got it, Dad.
Hey, that's a good one.
He wasn't wrong about that.
What was it? North by Northwest.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely not wrong about that. Yes, absolutely.
I saw that, and I was blown away about how good it was.
Really good.
Film. It's like, it's black.
That plane scene?
Nuts. Isn't that that's like an iconic scene, which you don't know until, and then I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, this is what this is from. And then the Mount Rushmore thing at the end.
Dude, great movie.
Great movie.
100%, yeah.
It is nutty. Yeah. I always tell myself I'm going to start watching older movies, and then I'm just watching Mad Men. But
you're in the office.
I am in an office on Madison Avenue. It's currently 1969.
Jesus. Well, it's 2020 now. And is your roommate doing anything to get on your nerves?
He's just here. He's just
walking around, man.
We were just laughing about it. It's like you're just constantly present.
Yeah.
You just like it's not even a rude thing to be like, I'm leaving, dude. I'm going for a walk.
Oh yeah, I've thought about that too. Where it's like, if it wasn't like that and you just walked right past him in the living room and just didn't even say a word and kept leaving every day, dude, where are you going? What are you doing?
And the conversations aren't like, what are you up to today? It's like, how are you today?
Yeah, are they okay?
Are you good?
Is them good?
But,
yeah, and then it's almost like we save conversation for. That's why we don't really interact, or not interact. Of course, we interact during the day, but it's mainly for dinner and a movie. Have you done any of those streams? So there've been some live. Some bands are streaming concerts, like their favorite concerts are best voted by the fans concerts at like 7:00 on the YouTube channel, and so you can get some dinner and then watch a show.
Send me one?
Yeah, Fish did dinner and a movie the other night.
No, you sent me.
Oh, I don't know.
What did you send me? Or was it you or? Oh yes. Yeah, Sunrise at Zion. That's what you sent me.
I'm not getting up for it, but it's a great idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I literally last night my sleep schedule is all fucked up, dude.
I think everybody's in a weird spot.
I'm sleeping till like 1, but I'm not going to sleep till like 7. Last night I went to sleep this morning at like 6:30 or 7.
Up all
I
night?
was
Jesus.
I was laying there awake, but you know how you're just extra awake the hour because you don't do anything during the day to exhaust yourself.
It's true.
It's like, so I should drink myself to sleep one of these nights.
No. Yeah.
I've
Last night.
not been drinking a lot, but
Oh well,
should.
I have. No, I mean not a ton, but we had a Zoom. I was
Zoom and
zooming with
boom?
some people last night.
Isn't that a good verb though? It's a nice.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna. I guess it's Zoom life until we resume life.
Wow.
But it's funny, like it's funny to be in these meetups, and it's like it is cool to whatever hang out with people when you're talking to. If more than like 6 can get a little out of hand, because then everybody's just. But I miss. You realize it makes me realize what I miss about parties is really the party's fun. But what's really fun is like when you get away into like a smaller group and kind of judge the whole thing. Is what's like, is Billy gonna hook up with Sarah? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on there? That is
I
wild.
think those.
You know what I mean? Or walking back in like, wow, was she drinking before she got here? She is fucked up.
Yeah.
I miss those. You can't do that in a Zoom party. All of a sudden you're like, hey, mute her. Wow, she's drunk.
Yeah. Because you're in it with everybody. Everybody's
Right.
present. It is weird. I have had people come over though, distance socially on the couch. I have like
Sure.
one or two friends that I trust. Have come and kicked it, and those are like the best nights.
Yeah.
You're like by
It's
the end of it,
insane
you're
to see
like,
another person.
by the end of it, you're like, you're leaving then?
Did I say something?
But,
Yeah, I've had a few. Or we had Martindale drop some wine off, and then we had cooked some food and had some. It's just nice. You're like, dude, what's up? Tell me like everything. Tell me a story.
It's crazy stuff. But yeah, I've been doing that. I've been deep on. Haven't really been. It is crazy. Sometimes I get just obsessed with the show and I'll just watch nothing but that. So that's all I've been.
Yeah, you've been preparing for quarantine life for some time now.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I will say I'm like season 6 on the show. It's probably top 5 show. It's amazing. It's like the exact opposite of The Wire in skin tone specifically.
Right.
But it is. I don't know if anybody out there has not watched Mad Men.
I think everybody's watched Mad Men.
I don't think a lot of people have watched Mad Men. I think it was definitely one of those ones that people know is good. First of all, a lot of people have watched Mad Men, but like there's a good amount of people that just know that it's good, but haven't peeped it. Because
you're here to confirm that.
Like, well, I get a lot of people that are just like, oh, it just was too slow, or didn't do it for me. Man, it just does it for me. I don't know. It's just like a beautiful, fucking aesthetically pleasing, everybody's beautiful show. It's great. But that has been very joyful. Peggy Olson's great. Are you in a bird house?
No.
It's almost like you're at the zoo.
I know it's mic'd up, so it's probably. But I don't know. I'm out here every day. I really don't even notice it. It's probably.
I now hear a crackle. I hear a bird of paradise. And it seems to be an owl that continues to get pretty close to you. I think this thing is.
I wish you could see. I can see some of these birds too. They're on the wires. They're looking in. They're coming in. Remember those pigeons at our old house?
The pigeon. You probably knew that pigeon better than most people.
Yeah, I did.
3-4 pigeons were just living outside of your bedroom.
Yes. Just cooing.
I tried to get them out of there a couple times. I had to put those things up, but they like kicked one of them off, or they moved over to the next one.
Yeah, it said, "Look at you." Or that's what you want to do. Look at this. Oh, now I'm over here.
Those pigeons.
Yeah, I did have a night. I woke up in the morning with a girl stayed the night or whatever. We woke up in the morning. And I'm like used to pigeons, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm like used to the pigeons. You know what I mean? Like I wake up in the morning, I hear there's a pigeon out there cooing, and she wakes me up. She's like, "What is going on outside?" And I'm like, "Oh, those are pigeons. Yeah, that's
Petey and Polly.
What are you talking about? Polly and Pauline. That was funny though.
You
She's
had
like, that doesn't bother you? And I'm like, well, I mean, it did for a long time, but no, it doesn't.
yeah, it's ambient noise now.
She's like, well, I'm getting out of here. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm never
It's
gonna.
time to leave. Yeah.
Remember the show, The Good Feathers,
Yeah.
with
They were like gangster pigeons. Yeah.
like Tony, or not Joe Montaigne or whatever his name is. Joey Montaigne.
You hearing this one? Now I feel like I'm back in field biology in high school.
This is nuts, Mr. Hofstetter.
You used to be able to name all the birds.
Just by noise.
Yeah, and then some of the, I remember, I forget the name of the bird, but it's one that can mimic a lot of the other birds' calls. So you could be like, because then you'd be like, oh, that's that. And your teacher would be like, is it? Or is it? Damn, I wish I remember the name of those
I think
birds.
it's called a mockingbird.
No.
Or is that from the Hunger Games? That's the Hunger Games.
His name is Atticus.
Well, I forget, who was that? Mr. Hochstetter or Hochstrater? I can't hear you. You there? Yeah, you can't hear anything now. So John's having some technical difficulties here. But I do remember field biology.
I'll be over here. There we go. We're back. I can hear you.
Field biology was hilarious. I was it was first or second bell for me, and you would come in, and first of all, that was the bell. First or second bell, if you were at school, you were high. I don't know. Like, you definitely, typically by senior year, whatever that class was, you were high as shit for that class.
Well, that was a fun class. That was easy.
But you would, well, unless you're blazed as fuck, and there's a test on the sound of birds. They would put the CD in, and it would just be tracked. It was just their.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, yeah, got it. I don't know.
It was such an easy class to cheat. I remember I had a funny group. It was Don Buenavides was in there, and we would just literally look at each other and be like, which one is it?
Yeah.
How about those classes where the teacher?
Robin? Yeah.
I don't even know if the teacher cared enough to know. If you were cheating, you just cheated.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just like any other job, some really care. Some people really care. Some people just don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, just get it done. I'm going to go home and kill myself. You know what I mean?
I'll never forget Mr. Viveros, I think his name was, or something weird like that. He was my Spanish teacher, and it was me and Sam, our buddy Sam Oxtein, and he used to come in with to drop high school names. Tara Sampson used to ride him into school.
Ride him into school? Wow, good for him.
Yeah, figure out that wording, and they would just get high as shit come to school. And so one time we had a quiz. It was a pop quiz, or everybody put Sam. You know, sometimes you get that teacher that's like, all right, we got a quiz, and you look around the room. So one dude that's like, we got a quiz today?
What's up?
It's going down. And so he was so but he was so high when we were doing Spanish is hot. Spanish is hard. This is like Spanish 2 or 3.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
He was uncomfortably high. He shouldn't be like in public. I mean, those first couple years of smoking, dude, if you got the right weed, you're like way high.
Yeah, crazy high.
He's so high, and he's in the middle of the room, and we're all taking the quiz, and he's got his book wide open.
Just doesn't give a fuck.
And he's crushing this quiz, and he's like, but
I'm crying, dude.
Nobody else has their book open. And I remember Matt McEwen. You remember Matt?
I do.
McCutie, or what was his name? Something weird like that. And he's like, dude, it's like, Sam, what the fuck are you doing? He starts calling him out when the teacher, that's the thing. The teacher was such an idiot that he didn't realize that there was a dude cheating in the middle of his class.
Wide open book. That's amazing.
So blatantly. But sometimes that's the movies do it so brazenly that
9/11.
people wouldn't even believe. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I always say that when you lie to your boss.
Make it outrageous.
9/11 is like the explosive diarrhea to corporate.
Explosive diarrhea.
You can't, when you lie to people.
You're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, just come on in.
You have to make the lie so crazy that nobody will question it.
Yeah.
Like,
Why would he make that up? That's so embarrassing.
never be like, I've got a dry cough today. I can't come in. It's like
All
no,
right, well, you're gonna need the doctor's note. Yeah.
like well, it's coming out both ends. I'll take pictures. Good.
Stay home. I just shit my pants.
Yeah. So Sam, oh, that was so funny to me. And then he
That is funny though. The moment when you look at someone who is,
not
there's probably one of the funniest moments ever. You're just like, oh, this dude didn't know.
in over his head. Dude, he had there was a it was a speaking one day. He would just come in high all the time. Spanish was tough, and
Oh.
and we had a speaking test, and I remember he started speaking English. Like, yeah, it was a partner situation. You had to have a conversation back and
I'm crying, dude.
back and forth with somebody, and halfway through he started speaking English, and his partner was so heated. He wanted to swing on him because it's his grade too.
Sam's speaking in English.
It's like,
Biblio. No, understand.
Like, what's up?
Oh, that's amazing.
So,
oh, dude, I'm crying laughing, man.
well, that's a nice thing. I'm a comedian, dude. I feel like I haven't been funny in like 7 days.
No, you've been very funny. I'm sure.
To who? To the wall?
Yeah. No, you need the audience for sure. I've just been walking around.
Crazy walks.
Yeah.
You figured out any new routes? Are you going same routes?
No, I try and do a different route every time. But the one, like, some days you're just like, I don't even want to think about it. I've been doing, you go to the canal and then down to, remember when we took those scooters through the little oasis there to get up to the canal on like McKellips and
on mushrooms?
On mushrooms, yes. That was crazy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've done that route.
We did that. I do that a lot. Just walk that.
Nice route.
And that's like an hour and a half. And so you just either listen to a podcast or some music.
Did I tell you I'm listening to an Audible book?
No, what do you listen to?
On Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that.
What's it called? Playing for Keeps, I think it's called. Interesting.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah. It's a nice book because it'll go like, there'll be like, it's about him and his career. But there'll be whole chapters on like the Celtics and what at that time and what the Celtics meant to.
Oh, nice. Oh, you love that shit too.
Like, yeah, and it'll be like there's a whole thing on Phil Jackson's career, which I didn't know anything on.
As a Nick.
But coaching too. Like he was before he got there. He was also in the 60s and 70s, heady, which I think we already knew, but I didn't know he was like open.
He's always been very zen, yeah.
Yeah, but he was like openly talking about experimenting with what is that?
That one flew by. I don't know what that was. That was a bigger bird than I'm used to. And I think it's a pigeon, not an owl. That's cooing that you're hearing. It's not hooing, it's cooing.
I don't know, man.
Look at this bird. Look at this bird right here. Look at these guys over here. You see them?
Yep. What is that?
Those are the guys that they hang out.
Grackle.
They hang out next door, and then that's who I went and I just clapped, and they all jumped up onto the wall, and I was like, oh, and then they flew away.
That's crazy. What's your go-to?
Getting a little nervous.
I got a couple of good Instagram feeds. I follow birds. You ever follow birds on there?
I don't. I follow them in my backyard in real life.
There's a couple of good bird Instagram. Paulie Casillas is a bird guy. And
I've seen him post some stuff. Yeah, he's like 8 straight photos of a bird. I'm like, I'm kind of interested now.
They're pretty dope.
Yeah.
Birds are crazy. Well, a lot of people, when you ask them what species they'd like to be, if you could be any animal in the animal kingdom, a lot of people go bird. A lot of people go eagle. The gift of flight is very, it's.
Who's a good? What's a good looking bird that I was ruined for me through sports is a cardinal is a good looking bird,
Cardinal is a good looking bird.
but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
rep this all day, and it reminds me of that awful team in St. Louis.
yeah. I like a blue jay. I think a blue jay is a
Blue
nice.
Jays are great. I can get behind a Blue Jay for sure.
You know,
Oriole, good looking bird.
you know that the birds with the most color are the males. You know this?
It kind of like a peacock thing where the males are prettier than the female, where they have to
Well,
attract a mate.
birds in general,
Okay.
because because a female has to dull down their colors in order to create a nest to mother the eggs.
Oh,
And
okay.
it
So
kind of
dad's out there just kind of flexing.
yeah, dad's flex, big flex, bird flex.
They do. Birds do have a swag about them. They'll fly in. They'll just land like, "What's up? Look at me. I look good as fuck."
The courting situation in the bird life is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I saw there's one in I forget what animal what planet Earth it is, but he's literally got to build a crib.
Go to crib
Gotta
and then
build a
doesn't have to
farm.
do like a dance and everything.
He dances when they come through to the crib. But like you gotta
that's
like set up,
that's life though. You know what I mean?
but
You
not
don't
like
want to.
a nest, but like a apartment. He's setting up.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, oh yeah, just get whatever, make yourself at home. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
go put some music on.
that's a key that I found. It's like crazy.
I got those twigs from the forest next door.
Yeah, I got a ribbon right there. It's
Yeah.
really just I kind of put it up.
Sorry, I shit on that earlier.
Bird courting is crazy, whereas most other courting is um, literally brute force.
In the animal kingdom.
Sure.
Birds, yeah. I
Yeah,
was gonna say, wow.
I'll tell you what. For a while, as human beings, it was probably brute force, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we've gotten away from that, but
Yeah,
because the bird mating reminds me of human interaction more than the animal kingdom.
I agree. You got to flex. You got to flex your apartment. You got to be
You
like,
got to have something to, yeah, you got to have something to offer. If she's looking at your nest and she's like, well, that looks like it might, if you're like spraying Febreze when you're walking in the house, you know what I'm saying? That's a rough look.
yeah, those are posters of all of Hugh Jackman's films. This is my crib.
That is a Bob Marley poster over there. She's like, I'm gonna get an Uber. Thank
Yeah.
you. Are those pigeons?
Yeah. Yes, they are. I'm a big fan of the Good Feathers. Would you like to watch? I have them all on DVD. You ever seen? Oh man, you know what I've been watching is horse fights. You ever seen mustangs just fight in the wild?
What? You're watching horse fights? What's going on? That's why you're up till 7 a.m.
Have you seen Have you seen a mustang fight another mustang?
No, I haven't.
Dude. Check it out, dude. It's crazy, dude.
Oh man.
But
Send them over, dude. Why are you holding this stuff back? If you see something crazy, send it over. We all need content. Just send it out.
those are crazy fights. I've seen, and they're kind of actually out of principle. Like some of them are like,
Wait, how do you get there? How did someone give this to you, or were you just typing in horse fights?
I've seen. Oh, so I saw. I followed Nature is Metal. That is 100% an owl. 100%.
No, I really do think it's a pigeon. I can see it.
No, you're not here.
That's not an owl. I'm hearing the same thing you're hearing.
Yeah, that might be a pigeon, I guess.
It's just cooing. Listen, if anybody knows what a pigeon cooing sounds like, it's fucking me, all right?
That is 100% fair. But
I'm familiar with that sound.
Nature is Metal, and then The Dark Side of Nature, two great Instagram follows. Pretty gnarly stuff. But
it is. Sometimes you're scrolling, it's like your friend, and then all of a sudden it's a fox ripping someone's head off. You're like, oh, okay. Oh.
But yeah, there was a Mustang fight on one of those things, and then I remembered that there's a really bad. I want to say it's Planet Earth, the planes or something like that.
Those are actually, that's a good idea. We should start watching Planet Earth again.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Those are the best. There's one they put out one last year called I don't know, but they go through different terrains, I think. But yeah, there's one where there's a crazy Mustang fight, and I think it's worth checking out. Have you ever seen a Komodo dragon fight?
I love Komodo dragons. I remember when we got Komodo dragons at the Cincinnati Zoo. That was a big deal. I remember being like, all right, let's get the car ready. Let's get
Yeah.
down there. Yes, I want to stop at the Clifton Skyline before we go in. And let's go directly to the Komodo exhibit. And then I don't even think they were out.
Sometimes they'll not. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it's like,
I was not worried about that.
no. I did.
I
I did mushrooms at the zoo one time.
So did I. Festival of Lights. I remember I kind of threw a tantrum because I didn't want to leave.
I was forced to leave.
Yeah, didn't you pass out?
I passed out in the Amazon, and I came to, and everybody thought I was a diabetic, and so there was crackers.
Like, yeah, that's
Yeah, but imagine us at the polar bear exhibit.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we hear it all.
Dude, that's all. I don't know what that one was. That was pretty good.
The polar bear exhibit. Imagine like we were 22, 21. No, it was probably like 20.
Yeah.
Either way, older than most people enjoying the polar bear exhibit. These kids are like looking at us, and I'm in the conclave window. My head in there.
Like, dude, look at this polar bear.
So I remember that. And then we got to I think we couldn't get to the manatee exhibit. Yeah, it was August, and you know how it is. You just don't drink enough. It was my fault, but
super hot. Yeah.
I passed out almost, if Bobby wasn't there to catch me, I probably would have hit my head on the concrete. You remember the Amazon was a lot of monkeys, and it's like rocks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then I came to, and it's like, ooh, nutty.
I miss the zoo.
Festival of Lights is probably an experience, though.
Oh, it was insane. I think I had a similar experience where I was, I went up to the polar bear or one of the bear exhibits. I think it was the polar bear because it's underwater and you can go near the thing. And I got lost in the sauce. I was just staring at a polar bear for like 10 minutes, and I thought my friends were still behind me. And I turned around, like, big smile. It's just like, oh my God, it's this family with 3 children. And I'm like, oh God, where are my friends? And yeah, they've left me. And then you go find them. You're like, dude, what happened? And then they're like, look at this. And you're like, oh, it's a reindeer. That's crazy, right? The reindeer. I remember the reindeer tripped me out.
Well, because I mean, there's always a moment where you're like,
I don't think I'd ever seen a reindeer. And then I was like, is that thing gonna start flying?
Yeah, you don't think they're real until they're right there. But
it was fun.
What else have I been doing? I've been like, if we go to I might have deleted it recently, but I had a good.
Did you see that
on your all the tabs on your Internet Explorer on your phone?
Like you said, like you just type something in and then look at what you've been looking at?
Yeah, like the last one I looked up was Richard Speck, because I started watching something. Why did I look up Richard Speck? Oh, because I was watching Mad Men, and they were referencing these murders in the show. You know how Mad Men always does these real events are happening.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize Richard Speck went ahead and killed 8 women in 1966, July 14th. In Chicago. Yeah.
Well, not much has changed. This has been going on for a long time. I have not seen you for a few days, and then we're getting some drinks or something, and you're like, hey, man, Richard's back.
Richard's back, yeah. He went to a home there was 9 nurses living there, and he killed
them. He really got it done.
And one of them escaped because she hid under the bed. He didn't know. He lost count of how many women he had killed, and he raped the last one. But yeah.
I'm going so stir crazy. I posted a picture of myself with Mariah Carey on Instagram yesterday as my girlfriend.
Saw that.
Oh man. But I did feel that way when I was like 11 years old. She was absolutely my first
you were like obsessed, right?
Oh God. I was like, who is that?
You know what mine was?
That was the first who is that moment for me.
I remember I really liked Mariah Carey. I have a couple of weird ones. I remember really liking The Mask of Zorro had come out, and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I don't think that's weird at all, my friend.
That one wasn't weird. The one that was weird in hindsight, I remember really liking Amanda Borden's of the night
Oh yes,
of the night.
yeah. I think everybody had a weird crush on her.
Um,
I'm like, she has my haircut, but I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I feel weird about this.
and I've looked her up since. She's blossomed into a really beautiful.
Amanda Borden. Wow, Dominique Mociano.
Was she on that same one?
Oh yeah, that was the
Harry
spot,
Strug.
dude. Oh yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
That was like that Olympics was like, yeah, I was like 13 or whatever, and they were our age. I was like, dude, these girls could go to our school. You're frozen.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're frozen too.
It's all good. What's it called? I remember having a weird crush on what was the name of that show? Oh, you know who I had a crush on? You remember the girl in Beethoven's Second, the blonde girl?
Yeah.
I just remember being like,
Second.
I just remember being I was like in
Is
love
it the
with that
same
girl.
girl from
I don't know if it's
Macaulay
no,
Culkin?
no.
She kind of had a career actually. Beethoven's Second. Now it's actually bringing up. I love how Beethoven actually goes to the movie as opposed to
Not
the classic Rice Newton.
There you go. She's blonde, right? Cute. I just remember watching that movie and being like, yeah, I'm feeling weird about her. I like plot.
Her name. Rice was her name.
I don't even remember her name. I just remember we saw that movie a million times, and I always felt weird when she was on screen. Blossom, had a crush on Blossom.
I really like. Yeah, Blossom makes sense. She was a weird looking.
Quirky.
Yeah, I liked. I mean, Topanga. I think we all had a crush on.
Oh my God, Topanga! I forgot about Topanga.
And then, somebody brought it up recently to me. Remember Melanie Griffith in Milk Money?
How could I forget?
That was like a formative. Like I don't. It's so weird. There's certain movies where like you wouldn't go back and watch that movie. I don't think that it probably doesn't hold up. Meanwhile, Ed Harris is, fantastic actor. But that movie, we watched that movie like all the time. I feel.
Well, it was also like those were movies that we could relate to too, because they were building the tree forts. They were like our age, you know what I mean? Like Forever Young. What's his name? Elijah Wood and that. You're like, yeah, that could be us.
Young, dude, with Mel Gibson.
Let's Get Serious. Yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a great. I don't know if that. I'd be curious to see if that held.
I don't think it holds. I don't think it holds up at all. No.
But didn't he have like a weird face, right?
Well, when he was young, he was fine, and then they froze him, and he is unfrozen in the 90s.
That's right.
And then he's at that age, but then I think he rapidly ages at one point, or he starts rapidly aging.
What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of The Man Without a Face?
You are. Or searching for Bobby Fischer. Is that?
That's a great movie.
Is that it? Yeah. Those were movies that were just on, like in the 90s on HBO. You just turn. I mean, you didn't have many options. So you turn on HBO. It's just on. And you're like, oh, this is what we're watching.
Blank Check. Shut up.
God, that's a great movie.
Blank Check. I was just thinking of Blank Check, and Richie Rich. I was thinking of.
Richie Rich was good.
Macaulay Culkin had a crazy run. Richie Rich. You had that movie with The Good Son. That was creepy.
He went the other way on that one. Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to be the nice guy in this.
Unsettling. Home Alone 1, 2. Good run. Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. God, rest in peace, John Candy. I just watched I watched like the first 10 minutes of it. The Robin Hood the animated one on Disney Plus. Dude, I haven't seen that we used to watch that all the time. I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, we used to watch that all the time.
But I couldn't. I was like, I'm not going to sit here for an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, I feel like we watched. It was 1992 to 94. We didn't watch the new Disney movie.
No, because our mom was like, yeah, she's like, you're going to watch this is good stuff. We're watching the 70s.
But I'll tell you what, I watched The Jungle Book like from 1969 or whatever. It's a fantastic movie still.
Absolutely. I want to be like you.
Yeah, the music is musical arrangements. Disney's musical arrangements were nuts.
Well, I think we were definitely alive in one of their best periods. We had Aladdin, we had Lion King. What am I missing?
Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast.
Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, like those are hitters. You know what I'm saying?
Mulan was good on the back end. Pocahontas was good.
Yeah, Hercules.
I didn't want. I don't. I watched Hercules, but I didn't like revisit Hercules and like the Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
Did not watch the. I think I
Spade.
because I by then we the weird thing was we watched those, but then we would go to movies with Dad, so it was like we didn't go to kids movies a lot.
No, you're like, you want to see Crimson Tide? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, we would
What are you
watch.
talking about? That's not. I don't think I'm supposed to be in here, but
We
I
watched
like it.
Under Siege 2 in theaters. Dark Terror.
Well, he wasn't gonna miss it. It's a very selfish move, but I appreciate it now. It's a great way to
Oh,
grow up.
rolled into He Got Game, and the dude was like, "Are you sure you want to bring your sons into this?" And he was
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I do."
I'm your father.
The Bearcat game is at 7, so yeah, I want to get in here.
Oh God, Bearcat games. I miss Bearcat game. That was what a great place to grow up there too in the Shoemaker. Ball boys.
Yeah, I was a ball boy at the crosstown shootout when Lenny Brown hit a buzzer beater to beat the Bearcats, as we were number 1 in the nation in 1996.
You're frozen.
You don't forget that. You just don't forget it. But well, either
I
way,
can hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Sorry.
you good?
We're back. We're back in it. I think. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that.
But yeah. Either way, the '90s were a good time. That's pretty much all quarantine is looking back.
Yes.
Looking back on better times.
Well, yeah, you're stuck in this room. It's kind of nice. It's a little nice to be. Well, at least we have some good memories, some good nostalgia.
Yeah, it's
We're
crazy.
never getting out of this house, man.
But well, either way, the brethren are back at it. We will we'll be in
Yeah, good to talk. Good to see you, man. Good to talk to you. We're gonna have.
maybe
We
get
got a birthday party tonight.
yeah, we got
Are
a
you
birthday
ready?
party
What
for
are you bringing?
Aunt Maureen tonight. I'm bringing a positive mental attitude. So
PMA, dude. Me too.
yeah,
Just put my name on it.
there you go. And then we tried to record a whole episode with our friend Chappelle Lacey, but didn't come out. So maybe we'll try to redo that and get that out to the people one of these weeks.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to him again because that was fun. Always good to see Chappelle.
It was an amazing. It ended up being an amazing hang, which is
Yes, which was what you need, but I wish we could have. Sorry about that audio issues there.
But yeah, we'll be back sooner than later, and then John, I'll talk to you soon. We'll talk about
Talk to you real soon, brother. All right, love you, man.
All right, love you too. Peace.
Peace.